Much of what we experience as heavy in life does not come from events themselves. It comes from the way the mind interprets them. Two people can face the same situation, the same difficulty, the same uncertainty, and experience it entirely differently. The difference is not circumstance, it is judgment. We often speak about life as if it places weight upon us, responsibilities, expectations, problems. But weight is not something events carry on their own. It is something the mind assigns. This is why the same challenge can feel unbearable one day and manageable the next. The situation did not change, the interpretation did. Ancient thinkers observed this carefully. They noticed that suffering rarely begins with what happens, but with the story told about what happens. Not the event, but the meaning attached to it. The mind is quick to label. This is unfair. This is unacceptable. This should not be happening. Once these judgments appear, the weight multiplies. Modern life intensifies this pattern. We are encouraged to interpret everything immediately, to react, to evaluate, to compare, to predict outcomes before they arrive. The result is not clarity, it is mental noise. When interpretation becomes constant, experience becomes heavy, not because life is cruel, but because the mind never rests. Ancient wisdom offered a quiet alternative. It did not ask people to deny difficulty or pretend that pain does not exist. It asked them to slow judgment, to separate what is happening from what is being said about it. This separation is subtle but powerful. Events occur, judgment follows, and judgment can be examined. When judgment softens, space appears, not to escape reality, but to experience it more accurately. Without exaggeration, without unnecessary resistance. This does not remove all difficulty, but it removes added weight, the kind created by assumptions, expectations, and imagined outcomes. Much of what feels overwhelming is not happening now. It exists in anticipation, in memory, in comparison. The mind carries past and future into the present moment and calls it reality. Ancient thinkers understood something simple. The present moment is rarely as heavy as the mind suggests. Learning to notice interpretation is not a dramatic practice. It is quiet. It begins by asking a simple question. Is this situation heavy, or is my judgment making it so? Over time, this question changes the quality of experience, not by controlling life, but by clarifying perception. When perception becomes clearer, reaction slows, and when reaction slows, the mind regains steadiness. This steadiness is not indifference, it is accuracy, seeing things as they are, not as fear or habit suggests. A calmer life does not require lighter circumstances. It requires lighter interpretation. This is not optimism. It is discernment. Not avoidance, not denial, but understanding where weight is added and choosing not to add it. When judgment is examined, life becomes less oppressive, not because it changed, but because it is seen more clearly. This is what timeless wisdom points toward. Not the removal of difficulty, but the removal of confusion. And in that clarity, life feels more manageable. Not because it is easy, but because it is no longer exaggerated.